Here's a no BS guide on responsibility. Why do we often look for excuses and want to put our lives in the hands of some gurus? Many of you here want to earn 10K a month or whatever. You spend entire days watching videos by Hamza or Iman, hoping to find a new answer. But you are not prepared to stop mindlessly consuming content and actually start developing new skills. What's the point? Because we all avoid responsibility. We fear it. Our nature is simple. We are deeply afraid of entering the reality of serious stress. For instance, you already know something within the context of your profession. Now, imagine that on a certain step of your career ladder, you need to delve into very complex information or mechanics. Their risks are much higher. You have to go through this stage to get closer to your ambitions in your profession, but you dodge this stage, thinking that's okay to skip it. Later, you realize that you should have accepted that challenge, but it's too late. Of course, there are people who emotionally aren't ready yet. Even the slightest difficulty throws them off track. Don't be such. So what is also the reason for this fear? It's because deep down, you are still a child. My observation is that individuals between 18 and 25 years old, due to the internet, social media, and constant attention diversion, develop an illusionary belief that everything in life will work out on its own, simply because you've decided that visualizing success and having simple faith will help. But it's not true. In your mind, you've combined illusions, reluctance to work hard, and infantilism. It becomes evident if you start contemplating the factor of time. You think you still have it, but I have some bad news, my friend. Things need to be analyzed and faced with the truth. These life questions fade away when you possess abundant energy. Everyone can work joyfully for 12 hours a day without feeling tired. This level of achievement can be easily reached through my program. Just check it with one eye in the description. Speak less and promise less. Who do you find more appealing? A person who silently takes on and accomplishes his tasks, or someone who constantly boasts but rarely gets shit done? If you promise something to someone, fulfill it. And if you don't want to do it, then don't promise it at all. Next, live less in hopes and dreams. It's bad when people live in dreams and hopes because they shift responsibility onto things they cannot influence. Don't just dream about the future, assuming that everything will be fine, as you don't know what it holds. Your perception of yourself should be a beautiful picture, not just a collection of material possessions around you. This picture should attract you, and when you consciously reinforce it in your thoughts, you should back it up with real actions. When you start taking action, positive feedback emerges. I planned, I did, I achieved the goal, I experienced pleasure. This is how we gradually develop responsibility. People who engaged in sports during their childhood don't have such problems. Sports shatter the illusions. You see who makes it to the finals, who runs faster, jumps higher, dances better, and you realize that if you want to take first place, you need to surpass these individuals. But when people haven't engaged in sports professionally, they have an illusory belief that simply wanting is enough. And then they say, hope dies last. I think hopes breed infantilism. Certainly now you have unresolved tasks, and if you were waiting for a kick in the ass, here it is. Turn off YouTube and go back to real life. Get things done.